Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday, Sunday, was like the big slate for NFL. We actually had two plays in the NFL, and they both hit. It was a perfect day again, 5-0. That marks the second perfect day that we've had this month. Today, I'm going to show you a very strong play that I really like. I'm going to explain exactly why I'm going with them. It's going to be in baseball. So check this out. But before I get started, guys, I wanted to talk about this hit streak. These are not our final plays. This is just a hit streak that we started to do every single day. So basically, just gives you all the batters that are on a hot streak. So, for example, Romy Gonzalez, 10 game hit streak, Juan Soto, 9 game hit streak, and so on. So, if you want to check these out, you want to screenshot them, I'm going to do my best to try to include these on the daily videos. So before I get started, guys, I'm going to talk about real quick on the batter props. We have 7 or actually 6 batter props inside the VIP already. We put these out pretty early. So you can see both of these here are under stolen bases, 2 parlays, then 3 1-hit batter props, and then an under RBI. So for the stolen bases and for the under RBI have been extremely good for us. Make sure you check those out. Link is in the description. You can check us out for 1 day, 1 week, or even 6 months. Link is in the description for VIP. And again, real quick side note on these stolen bases and these under RBIs, they're hitting at about an 80% clip. So how do we come up with these plays? I'm going to talk to you specifically exactly how I came up with this play today and how I was able to get 2 perfect days this month already and then 5 perfect days last month. The tool that I'm using is called a Sharp Edge. The link is in the description where it says tools that we use. You can see here it says turn your hobby into a money machine. This tool is amazing. Also, it gives you a 7-day free trial. So check that out. Again, it's free to try, 7 days for free. And I'm going to show you exactly how I came up with today's play using this tool. So the first step right here is you go where it says Sharp Plays. It gives you a breakdown of the high confidence plays that you should look at. Now, again, I'm not going to go with every single one of these plays, but this is a starting point where it tells me where to look. So, for example, right here it says to look at the Brewers. It says Quintana, 11-5 record, 3.72 ERA compared to the inexperienced Lats. Pitching advantage, the Brewers are 89-55 record compared to a 43-29 record. There's a strong road performance. The Rangers are poor as underdogs, 26-44. So it's telling you basically that the Brewers are very strong when they're favorite and the Texas Rangers are very bad when they're underdogs, which is the case today. So it is also telling you that this is the strongest play of the slate, pitching mismatch and a situational advantage. Now I'm going to tell you why this is so important, because if you start looking at the actual dashboard, now we're going to go into this game, and then you can see the pitching staff right here. If you look at just these numbers, it looks exactly like it's even. Like the pitching advantage, there is no pitching advantage according to the stats. But if you start looking deeper into that, that's why this Sharp Plays tab is so strong. Is because it gives you the breakdown, like as far as the underdog, the favorite, and how they're doing on the road and all that stuff. So now let me get into the details, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm playing this play today. The Brewers opened up at a 104. They're currently at a 120. That means that the line is shifting in their favor. 76% of the bets, 81% of the money is coming in on Milwaukee. Again, you got Quintana right here, left-handed pitcher, 3.7 ERA. But look at this, 11 wins, 5 losses. Jacob Lands, it says 1 win, 0 losses, 3.15 ERA. Bullpen is very similar, nothing to brag about. But then you got the batting advantage. I'm going to show you a deeper graph on this, but you can see it's a better 5 runs per game, 7.7 OPS, 2.71 average. Then you got, again, the pitching is a little bit of a mismatch right here. But if you look at the last 30 days, you can see Milwaukee does dominate overall. Now, this is not typical of going with a strong favorite here. They're very close to being at a plus 100 odds. But there's reasons for that, because all of this doesn't match. You can see sometimes when I show these things, it's a very big mismatch. There's a lot of green on one side. There's a lot of red on the other side. However, if you look at this graph right here, there is some inconsistencies right here. But overall, I still like Milwaukee. Now, another reason I like Milwaukee, if you start looking at the breakdown a little bit deeper, you can see that when Texas faces Quintana, they went up to bat a lot of times right here. Even this guy Tellez, he went up 8 times. All of these guys pretty much have a 0 hit rate, except for Moore. However, if you look at Milwaukee versus Lance, there's not a lot of stats here, but there's only two guys that have seen them, and they did get a hit. But it's not a lot of information on Lance because he's inexperienced compared to Quintana. Quintana has 16 games with 83 strikeouts. Now, the deeper one here is the batting. You can see the red, it means it's hot. Basically, Milwaukee dominates the top 5 batters compared to Texas, only the top 2 batters. And then there's a little bit of sprinkle over here on the other 4 over here. But overall, you can just see that Milwaukee does dominate in batting as well. So today, guys, I'm taking Milwaukee. I also have 2 other plays that I threw into VIP. So it's a total of 3 baseball plays. And then there's 6 batter props like I showed. And right now, after this video, I'm about to go look at the NFL stuff as well for Monday Night Football. Make sure you subscribe, guys. We give out a lot of free plays. The plays I gave away yesterday, that hit. It was the Broncos. Well, let me show you the results, actually. Because I skipped through this entire thing without showing the results. It was a 5-0 day, like I mentioned. I had Dylan Cruz not to hit an RBI with the Broncos money line, so that won. Then I had the Broncos at a -6.5. That hit also. Then we had the Buccaneers. I took this live when they were down in the first quarter. I got a +190 odds, and I did a smaller than half a unit, and that hit. Also, I had Yandy Diaz and Fernando Tatis to get a hit. They both got a hit. And then Buccaneers straight up. At the beginning of the game, I had them at a -116. That hit also. So anyways, guys, that was a 5-0 day. I just wanted to show you the proof about that. And we have been hitting a lot. That's our second perfect day in a row this month. And then last month, we had 5 perfect days. So make sure you subscribe. Click on the link in the description. Check out the tools that we use. Also the VIP and the Discord. The Discord has been throwing out a lot of winners as well. So make sure you check that out. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Let's have another amazing day.